Yep, it's a Chevy. Everybody on YouTube land here. We got a 2000 Chevy Silverado in my friend's beautiful shop here, filled with tons of junk. And he's got his nice waste oil burner going for me. He had some family matters, so he said, "Can you go over and diagnose this truck? You know, I've gone through it, I can't figure it out. So something going on." It was hesitating, misfiring, backfiring real bad under a load. Fuel pressure was good, and I looked at the short-term fuel trims and said, "Man, those just don't look right." So I brought it in here and sprayed some nice brake parts cleaner on it, and I was watching the short-term fuel trim with his beautiful snap-on scanner that he bought so long ago that I didn't have to bring mine over, luckily, so no tools required. He's got his own big toolbox and everything. So the issue was when we were spraying the carb cleaner, or brake cleaner in this case rather, any of those will do. It was in fact causing the fuel trims to go way into the negative because it had a fuel source when I was spraying the intake gaskets down, mainly between the these two banks right here, right about right here. It was real bad on those. So I knew that the intake gaskets were going to be pretty flattened, especially because this thing has 250,000 miles on it, or roundabouts there. And the orange gaskets means that they've never been done, they're original. And online you'll find that the blue ones, which are right here that he got me, are the ones that are the replacements. That mean they are the updated intake gaskets. I've done quite a few sets of these, but not usually anything before 100,000 miles. And usually when you take into account how many miles that are on these and how old the truck is, there are two knock sensors under those two plugs in the valley plate, and they tend to rust up and go bad, but this guy declined to do any of that stuff. So it had a bank 1 and 2 lean, P0 171 and 174, and a P0 300, which is random multiple misfire codes. And those were there mainly when you were under part or heavy throttle. And he happens to have a big storage box in the back. And of course, during the whole removal procedure, I leaned on the coolant line, and the next Dex Cool that had rotted through it broke it off completely. So he was nice enough to get me two new ones from Dorman. And there you go, and there's the part number if my phone will focus. 800 409. Replacement coolant pieces for this old truck here. So hopefully this will all take care of his issue with his bank 1 and 2 lean codes and his random multiple misfire codes and all that. And I'm sure that we'll do a crank variation relearn after all this, just to keep the crank all synced in perfect, just for good measure, maybe improve his idling. And obviously we got to clean his throttle body because his maintenance is not exactly up to par on that end of it. So that's our final assembly stuff, and we got a lot of cleaning to do. So maybe I'll get a video of it running good afterwards. So we'll see you then.